Hello, folks. Today is Sunday, November the 8th, and I wanted to take just a minute to share with you that a word that I feel like the Lord gave me that I wanted to share with you. We are obviously 5 days after the election, and some of you that may know me, I try to pay attention to a lot of different prophets and prophecies that I see on YouTube and stuff, and I try to be careful about what I do believe and what I do receive. Some of it I just kind of take with a grain of salt, and some of it I pay attention to, and some of it that may witness to my spirit, I take notice of. One of the things that that I have seen leading up, even especially leading up to this election, is that there are many prophets on YouTube that have said that Donald Trump would serve 2 terms. And many of them have said the Lord has spoken to them specifically and said that he would win a 2nd term. And I believe that. I still believe that. I want to clarify that. I still believe that. Even though as of right now, if you watch the news and you see the mainstream media, they're telling you that Joe Biden has won the election, even though they don't make that. They can make that call, but they're not the elected officials that determine that. But I want to share with you something that the Lord, I just really feel strongly about this. The Lord put in my spirit. It's in Matthew chapter 28 and starting at verse 11. Now, to preface this, I want to go back. The beginning of Matthew chapter 28 is the story of Jesus being risen, and the angels appear to Mary and Mary Magdalene, and the angel announces to them that the Lord has indeed risen, and they need to go and tell the disciples. And then the Lord himself appears to them and tells Mary and Mary Magdalene to go and to tell the disciples that he's going to meet up with them in Galilee. So then we pick up at verse 11. And this is what it says. Now, while they were going, they being Mary and Mary Magdalene, behold, some of the guard, that's the guard that was at the tomb, some of the guard came into the city and reported to the chief priests all the things that had happened. And when they had assembled with the elders and consulted together, they gave a large sum of money to the soldiers, saying, "Tell them, his disciples came at night and stole him away while we slept. And if this comes to the governor's ears, we will appease him and make you secure." So they took the money and did as they were instructed, and this saying is commonly reported among the Jews until this day. I just saw an incredible amount of parallels between this particular story and what's taking place today, or what I believe to be taking place right now. I firmly believe that this election is being stolen, that we as Americans are being deceived about who actually won the election. And a couple of points that I want to make out of the scripture. They went to the chief priests, and the chief priests got together with the elders and told the guards to make up a story. This is the story that we want you to tell. In other words, don't tell the truth. tell the people, his disciples came at night and stole him away while we slept. Does that sound familiar? The guards were bought. And today the guards are the mainstream media. The mainstream media is lying to us. They are presenting absolute untruths. They are presenting their own truth and their own narrative, and they want us, the American people, to buy into that and believe that. But like I said before, there are numerous prophets that have said that Donald Trump will win a second term. And I believe that. I have to admit that my faith in that word was a little shaken when I got up on Wednesday morning and I'm seeing things how they've unfolded. But I'm also seeing things that maybe the mainstream media is not showing you about some of the deception and some of the fraud that is actually taking place in this election. My word for you is to not believe the mainstream media. Do not believe the mainstream media. There's something more going on than what we can see. So what I would encourage you to do is to not believe the report of the mainstream media. Believe the report of the Lord. The Lord has spoken through his prophets, and I believe this, that Donald Trump is going to win this election. I really believe that, and I know that it doesn't look that way. I've seen the reports that they've projected. They've declared that Biden has won, and the people are celebrating in the streets. I know about this stuff. But God's not done. God has the final word. I believe that Donald Trump was appointed by God for such a time as this. There's just too many things that have taken place through Donald Trump's administration to make me believe anything different. And I kind of equate this to being having our backs against the Red Sea, and we've got an Egyptian army, the enemy, that is coming in, and things don't look good, but God's got a plan. I believe it. I really do, and I think that Donald Trump is going to be victorious in this election, and he's going to have 4 more years. He's got business. He's got God's business that he needs to complete in the next 4 years. So what I'm telling you is not to believe the mainstream media. Pray for Donald Trump. Pray for this election. There is going to be a lot. I mean, we're already seeing it with the mainstream media, but there's going to be a lot of corruption that's going to be exposed in this thing. Trust me. I really believe that, and we're seeing that now. So believe and pray. The last thing that I want to say is I watched a video this morning that I would encourage you to watch. It's a little less than 10 minutes, about nine minutes or so. It's by a guy named Robin Bullock, and it's a word that he spoke on Election Day, November 3rd, and some of the things that he has said have come to pass even since November the 3rd, specifically about how the election is going to unfold, and how it may take days, weeks, even months for us to know what the truth is. So if you get a minute, I mean, if you let me know, I'd be glad to send you a link. But I would encourage you to look him up and to see what he has to say. So I hope that I have encouraged you today. This is not over. This is not over. God has the final say, and until God reveals everything, we just got to stand in faith and believe that this is going to turn out the way we thought it would turn out, with Donald Trump winning and turning this country around, and Donald Trump leading us back to God and to the democracy that we were established to be. God bless you all. I hope I have ministered to you. I hope I have encouraged you. If so, please let me know.